Ryabkin is a name Islanders fans are buzzing about. Can you walk us through the process of getting him here to Charlottetown and just how much work it went into making that happen?
It's been a long process, dating back to early July when the CHL import draft occurred. Then we had to work through the visa process. It was denied one time. We had to go back to the government. That was approved mid-November. Obviously, in that time, he was successful in making the American Hockey League team, Carolina's farm team in Chicago. He had been playing there. Had a number of conversations throughout that period of time with Carolina, and kind of, I guess, together came up with a bit of a game plan that they wanted him to get a taste of pro hockey for the first half, but they'd like him to come back and get his confidence offensively back and play in a different role, the role that they anticipate he's going to play as a pro. Long story to be said, that it's been a long process, but hopefully finally get the final product on the ice here. It's nice to see him wear that jersey and get on the ice and practice today. You can feel the energy around the rink. There's a great vibe, so hopefully we can build on that.
And he comes straight from the AHL and is a second-round pick of the Carolina Hurricanes. What stood out to you most about his game and his potential fit within this group?
Any guy that comes back from pro, you see the pace difference right away, and he practiced with a ton of pace today. He passes the puck hard, releases quick. His feet are attacking at all times, and then you can see the spin off. And part of what you hope when you bring a guy like this is that there's a domino effect, and your other players get excited. And you can see that in our practice today. A lot more energy, a lot more enthusiasm, and that's what we need in the second half.
Competitive league. What do you like about their games?
Well, for us, we went after the free agent market because the trade market was a little bit thin this year, and we thought we could prop our team up through free agency. And in particular, we've had success in the past out of Ontario, most recently Nathan Leake, who's been a great story there. So both Boyu and Thompson fall into that category. Two different angles. Alexei is an offensive guy. He was the third leading scorer in the CCHL. I think everyone knows that we need to add some offense and offensive acumen to our lineup, and he thinks the game offensively. He's got confidence because he's been a leading scorer. That's been evidence in the short period of time that he's played for us. So excited to see what he can add once he gets really comfortable here. And then for Spencer, you can never have enough quality defensemen when you're going to go into a playoff run and hopefully a deep run. So he's a right shot, which we needed. It was a positional need. He's a mobile offensive puck-moving D. We thought we needed to get a little bit more mobile on the back end, and I don't think, again, you can ever have enough puck movers back there. So excited again to see what Spencer brings to the group.
And what are your expectations for them making the jump to the Q, and what kind of challenges do you expect they'll face early on?
The biggest challenge is just the pace. I think every level you go up, whether it's Pee-wee, whether it's from junior to pro, whether it's from one junior league to another, is just the pace. And you can see, I think, fortunately for us, January is a really good teaching month. We have a lot of practice time. There'll be a lot of time for video for them. This weekend, we just want them to play. We don't want them to overthink. Alexei's a little bit ahead of the curve because he's had 5 games here, and you can see him improving all the way. But for Spencer, just go out, enjoy the moment and play, and then we'll adjust as we go.
And Jonas Durko, he didn't return to the island following the holiday break. What led to that decision?
Just simply production. When we look at things, I think he only had 1 point in the first half. Jonas was a good kid, but we knew that we were going to add some of the oldie players, and we were going to run into an issue with not being able to get enough guys into the lineup. And the worst thing that can happen for a young player at a development stage is to not play. We didn't think it was fair, in particular for a European player, to bring him back without some guarantees. So we talked a lot with Jonas and agent and worked through a scenario, and fortunately it's worked out for him. He gets an opportunity now in Baie-Comeau.
And Vincent Gladue is another one who struggled in his first few games of the Islanders. Can you clarify what happened with him and moving him to Rimouski during the break here?
Yeah, for Vinny, he voluntarily left our team. He lost his confidence and I think wanted some time to contemplate what route he wanted to go. And a lot of young men go through this at this level, and there's a lot of pressures that are on these guys, and sometimes it's not a good fit. So he went home and I think rediscovered the fact that he wanted to play. So we worked again with his agent and made sure that we had an opportunity. Again, we never want to block anyone from an opportunity in the league. My belief is that he's going to be the third goaltender in Rimouski's system, but that's good for him. It moves him closer to home, and hopefully it's a situation that works out for him.
Perfect. And the trade of Jabez Seymour to St. John was a notable move during the break. How did that come together?
That trade came about late. Jabez and I had a couple of ongoing conversations. He had some question marks about his role. I think in particular, seeing some new faces coming in. I think anytime you do that, it's going to reset your depth chart. And Jabez had some concerns, and he was very polite about it. But I think through a couple of different conversations, we decided that if there was an opportunity for him elsewhere, it's something that we would explore. So that one came late. It was literally in the last hour of the trade deadline. St. John's had a need through some other trades that they had made. So fortunately, I think it was a situation that worked out for everybody involved.
Perfect. And so this year's trade deadline was relatively quiet for the Islanders compared to some other teams. What were your thoughts on watching teams like Chicoutimi and Newfoundland add a bunch of pieces?
Well, each situation is different, and each general manager has to do what they think is the best approach to improve their club. There's 18 general managers out there looking at through a different lens at each group, and for us, we didn't think it was a year to dive in with crazy prices, quite frankly, that we thought the market was overpriced. We've learned from some of our load-ups in the past. I think if we had a do-over in certain cases, we might have done some things differently. So I think that was part of our approach and part of our logic in it. And we wanted to maintain our draft picks. We've got our first and second round picks in this upcoming draft in 26. We've got 2 first round picks in 2027, and it was very important for the future of our club to maintain that.
And earlier this season, you said the goal was a top 4 finish and home ice advantage in the playoffs. Is that still the standard for this group?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had some stumbles in the last 10, 11 games, but that's part of the course of a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and we just have to make sure that we're getting better. And we think our team today is better than it was in our previous game, and that's all about it. We're right in the hunt of the group, probably close to where we thought we were going to go there. Sometimes it doesn't always unfold how you envision it. We had a really red hot start, cooled off considerably. Now we just need to get hot again.
And what gives you confidence in this team as you look down to the stretch run here?
Well, I get excited watching the group because I see the potential. I don't think we've reached our full potential right now. I think we have the pieces here. It's just a matter of coming together. We've seen it in fits and spurts. Now it's about consistency, and every club is looking at it. It's one thing when you look at a group and you know they've maximized everything they have. Then you get a little bit worried because maybe there's nowhere else to go. I don't think that's the case here. I think we have some older players that hopefully step to another level in the second half, which we see a lot in junior hockey. The 19s and 20s seem to have a different look in their eye post-Christmas, and we've noticed a bit of that. Our practice level has gone up dramatically, and I think all indicating signs are that we're moving in the right direction.